I've been raising Havanese for about 12 years now, and I have just been blessed that over the years I have spoken to so many professional breeders who have been gracious enough to share with me just their tips and tricks on just how to make things easier. And we're not talking about cutting corners here. I use a very high quality kibble. This is Merrick brand, and it's just about making it simple, simplifying what you need to do. Okay, so there's a lot of information out there, and certainly at the time I was making it way more complicated than it needed to be. Okay, so you can feed your puppies high quality and not have to jump through hoops in order to get the job done and to get it done right. Okay, so I'm going to share with you what I've been doing. I've been doing this for about 5 years and I really love it. Just a very simplified way of introducing food to puppies for the first time. So about 4 or 5 weeks old, depending on your breed and depending on the size of the dog, we will start introducing kibble. Now about this time, the puppies are growing very rapidly. They are requiring a lot more calories and vitamins and nutrients, and the burden is increasing on the mother to provide this. It's almost impossible for the mother to provide this through her milk alone. Okay, so we need to help with this. And so what we do is we start incorporating a meal or two into the day to help relieve this burden off of their dam. Now, this is healthy for the puppies and it's healthy for the dam to incorporate food starting at 4 or 5 weeks old. There is something called preeclampsia, or also it's called milk fever. And if dams are going to get this, nursing dams are going to get this, they will get it around this time. Okay, just because again, the burden is increasing and the puppies are needing more. And so, you know, this eclampsia is very dangerous. It's basically where the calcium is being leached from their bones, and dams can die from it. They can get very sick from it, and you know, we don't want to see that. So I might address that in another video because we have had 2 incidents with eclampsia over the 12 years that we've been breeding. So let's get back to what I'm going to show you. What we do is we take a glass container and we fill it up halfway with dry kibble. Then we pour filtered water over it and cover it up and put it in the refrigerator. In the morning, what you've put in there will double in size. Okay? Now, I use filtered water. I have well water. I prefer to use a filtered water. Because the puppy's immune system and their digestive system is very immature. So I want to make sure that I'm not going to be doing, you know, incorporating any kind of bacteria or anything like this. I'm very particular about that. Remember, whatever container that you use, based on how much food you're going to need, whatever container that you use, you want to use this food within about 3 days, okay? Because again, we don't want bacteria to start growing on the food and whatnot. So make sure that whatever container you put it in is going to be enough for about 3 days. Okay, so here is the food. This is what it looks like after it's been in the refrigerator and absorbed all the water. It's they're like little sponges, but they're very easy to mash up. Now, if you're incorporating the food and it's 4 to 5 weeks of age for the very first time, what we do is we put this on a plate. I have an electric tea kettle, which I absolutely love. Warms up the water in a minute. Makes my life much easier. Okay. Let it sit for about a minute. Use a fork, mash it completely up. All right. You might need to add a little bit more water because puppies, the first thing that they're going to do is lap with their tongues, and so you want to make it easy for them to lap it up. So you want to make sure that it's going to be kind of watery. Okay. Now, our puppies are 6 weeks old, so what we do is we are just feeding them these little kibbles here to make it interesting for them. Around that age, if you find that you're feeding your puppies this mash and then all of a sudden they're not really interested, well, you need to change the texture of the food, because they're either getting teeth or they are getting teeth, and so they want something that they can actually chew on, and so this makes it interesting. So this is how we keep it. I'm playing with that a lot, aren't I? This is how we keep it, and this is what we give to them. Little by little, we will decrease the water. I would say we feed them the mash about 4 days, and then we're decreasing the water, and then we're going to leave it like this, and then by the time about 7 weeks comes, they're going to be eating dry kibble. Now, if you are following a strict worming protocol, and I can't stress that enough how important that is, make sure you're following a very strict worming protocol, okay? Just follow the instructions on the back of the bottle, okay? There are certain weeks that you are to give the puppies this wormer, and you also want to dose the mother at the same time. All right, if you're following that very strict protocol and you're noticing that your dogs are having soft stool once you start incorporating the food, most likely it's due to their immature digestive system. Okay, so what you can do is at that point you can start incorporating plain canned pumpkin into their diet. Now you want to make sure that the can of pumpkin is just plain canned pumpkin, not pumpkin pie mix. Okay, just add that to their food, mix it up, you know, a few spoonfuls. You really can't do it wrong here. Now your little puppies might get orange faces, but they tend to love this, and it's so good for them. Pumpkin regulates the digestive system. It's full of vitamins and minerals. It's really good for dogs. Okay, what it's going to do is it's going to address what's going on in the digestive system, whether it's constipation or whether it's soft stool. Okay. Another thing you need to be cognizant of, and I do have other videos in regards to this talking about Giardia and talking about coccidia. Okay, the age around 5 weeks, 6 weeks old is when we're going to start seeing that. Okay, so what you want to do is take a stool sample into the vet. Say, you know, you're noticing that even the canned pumpkin is not helping with their soft stool issues. Bring one sample. Doesn't matter who. You don't need to bring a sample from each puppy. Just grab one sample that in about a teaspoon amount of it. Bring it to your vet and see what you're dealing with. Okay, and then you can treat that accordingly. Puppies who are going to get Giardia or coccidia are going to, it's going to happen when around this age, when there's stress. Okay, so they have an immature immune system, an immature digestive system, and then they have the stress of weaning. Okay, it's not easy on puppies. They really love that the warmth and the comfort that they get from their mom nursing. And when that starts decreasing, they get stressed. All right, so we want to make sure that they are healthy, and you know, that their needs are being met, and that's how we do it. All right, so this is what we do, and we sure hope that it helped you.